this is really designed by God, it's not possible that Rasulullah would be left uninformed. So some ulama helped me in finding that hadith, which exactly applies to the situation of the AIDS. And there, Hadhrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam has also used the word ta'un. Rasulullah once spoke of a people who become shameless. He said, when a people become shameless, so that they begin to display sex openly, then God punishes them with a sort of plague. And it appears with hard swellings in the neck. And then he described it somehow, I don't remember. But this was strangely applicable only to the modern way of life, where permissiveness is so widespread, it has become a plague in itself. That on television and videos and this and that, you can watch the worst type of naked display that one can imagine. You know, man has beaten beasts hollow in shamelessness, and this prophecy of Rasulullah applies verbatim to this situation. Now, you study the history of mankind and its crimes and sins, never will you come across an age where publicly sex was displayed. Never. Never in the time of Rasulullah anywhere was done. Nor in the time of the Roman Empire or anywhere else. So when Rasulullah said this, it had to be a prophecy, because it had never happened before in the history of mankind. And there he also uses the word, God will punish them with a sort of plague. And this is exactly what the AIDS is referred to. So what I'm visualizing is this, and this is what I told the Jamaat in Uganda, that they should warn every people now that this disease AIDS, according to my estimation, is going to remain dormant for a while. But it will continue to infect people without their noticing that something is happening. Apparently healthy people will come into contact and this virus will be transferred from the diseased one, the carriers, to the innocently not knowing person, not innocent but person unaware of what's happening to him. And when it already reaches a large number of people, then due to some climatic changes or something, some air pollution or something, suddenly it may become an epidemic. So I thought, working with the same principle of 100 years, that if I am right in my guess, then perhaps this AIDS virus will become active and virile and become epidemic in around 97 to 2000, some years beyond. Now, this could only be possible if the virus could stay in the body as dormant without being activated for a larger number of years. Now, my study of AIDS, because then I started investigating into the behavior of AIDS more closely, revealed to me that AIDS can stay dormant for 8 years. And suddenly after 7 years, 7.5 years, it may become activated. So which means that the time as I worked out exactly tallied with my guess that it would become activated around 2000 years, just before 2000 years. So these are the things we are talking about today, okay?
Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I'd like to know, in the so-called third world countries,
come a bit closer. And where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
Again, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Kamasi?
Yeah, Shanti region.
Yes, the Shanti region, right.
The Hadhrat Ahmadiyya in third world countries, especially in my country, Ghana, if we have ijtima or meetings gathering together, we have a special attire, which is white and black. I would like to know if it is an international dressing for the Hadhrat Ahmadiyya or it's just specifically created by Ghanaians or third world countries.
You see, the dress you are referring to is like a muffler or a piece of cloth, square piece of cloth, which is knotted in front. Is that what you are referring to?
The request there is every Hadhrat have to have white shirt and a black pants.
You see, the flag of Hadhrat Ahmadiyya is black and white,
Yeah.
made of black and white stripes.
Yeah.
So some people in Ghana might have got the idea to make a uniform in black and white so that it will be reminiscent of Hadhrat Ahmadiyya. And people's mind would be led to Hadhrat Ahmadiyya and it will become symbolic in the manner of speaking. So there is no harm people doing such things. I've also seen people doing that, but nowadays it has changed a little bit into a more practical method of identifying Khuddam with Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. And that is, they have made a sort of handkerchief, larger handkerchief in black and white.
Yeah.
And they put it behind their shoulders and knot it in front of them, so that Khuddam do not have to wear a full dress of black and white. They can wear that much, and that indicates that they belong to Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. This is now much in vogue in Ghana, in Nigeria, and other African countries.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
My question is particularly related with Islamic economy. Excuse me. When we talk about Islamic economy, the thing which comes up in the mind is interest-free economy, particularly. I read about it a little bit in your book, and I just wanted to know that. Let's take a hypothetical example of our community. They will start something without interest. How they will survive in a world where everybody is interest-oriented if they are not be able to convince others that economy should be interest-free? How would they survive?
You see, this question has already been answered by me. I think in the same
Yes,
book.
I read about it,
Yes.
and the thing which did not appear to me clearly is how would we survive in such a giant economy?
Are you surviving today or not?
Well, right now I'm surviving with the assumption that I am paying interest and I'm earning interests.
How? Why?
Well, I do have some credit cards and I'm paying interest on that money which was borrowed.
And how much interest do you pay and why?
Well, I had borrowed money and I had to pay interest because that was one of the conditions.
I understand, but how do you get interest from them?
How did you get it? I mean, I borrowed money from them, that's why I have to pay interest.
You said I pay and also get interest.
Well,
So I'm talking about the second part.
second part is if you have a saving account, you deposit the money and then you earn money.
So you have already answered the question you have raised. Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmed, when inquired about such a situation, said that if necessary, like in an overwhelming economic system, which is beyond your control, you have sometimes to deal with financial transactions which involve interest. Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmed answered that keep a separate account of what you pay and what you receive. Honestly, whatever you receive, pay to the account from which you pay, and whatever is left as marginal is no fault of yours. That will be forgiven as a compulsion. You understand?
Yes, I do understand.
The point is,